be Team 2 versus Team 10. Team 2 is going to be on the blue side. Team 10 is going to be on the purple side. We're entering the champion select. I took the liberty of looking at which champions both teams are very frequently play, so I can mention which ones are target bans. That Fiddlesticks and Pantheon are definitely, I'm colorblind mode. Blue versus red. Okay then, red team is on. Red team is Team 10. But that Fiddlesticks is a target ban towards OD Fakest, the one that's banning for the purple team. Pantheon and Kha'Zix, those are target bans toward Dirtbag Sailor OP. He's quite the jungler. I believe it's Dirtbag. It might be King Undead. Whatever. The jungler for blue team plays a lot of Pantheon and Kha'Zix, so those are complete target bans towards him. That Nilly ban, I would consider that a standard ban. She's just so annoying, even after her rework. Like, her spears did go down, but now her jump cooldown can be reduced to 1 second when it fulfills certain conditions. The Rengar ban coming out from the purple team, they just do not want to deal with that cat alongside Nidalee. They just Rengar in the jungle is extremely terrifying due to the fact that once he gets level 6, he can essentially walk into the lane and then gank you from anywhere. Sin is immediately picked up by Frankie 2, the jungler for the blue team. We're gonna see a lot of good plays come for that Lee Sin. Like, Lee Sin is an incredibly mechanical driven champion, and in the hands of someone that knows how to use him, we can see a lot of flashy plays coming out. Lucian and Morgana are locked in by the purple team. So we saw Team 10. They had the Morgana last game, I believe. They had Caitlyn last game, but it seems as though they want Lucian this game. Lucian, his mobility did increase while his range decreased to 500. Her Relentless Pursuit's cooldown is now reduced every time he uses his passive, and it doesn't have a mana cost anymore. So with that Ezreal pick, Lucian can easily use his Relentless Pursuit around in lane to dodge those Qs by Ezreal with little to no punishment by Ezreal because of the cooldown, because it's so short already. I believe it's like 8 seconds at level 1. The Karma is also, I believe the Karma is actually a really good pick, because with her empowered Q, the radius of the empowered Q is just so large. Lucian would have to be at the very edge of it if he wanted to escape either the initial damage or the second part of the Q. Vi getting picked up again by the jungler for the purple team. So we saw really good Vi coming out from him, so it seems as though they want to stick to it. Statistic picking up Lulu. That's definitely going to be the top laner for purple team. They're keeping their mid lane hidden, just waiting to see what blue team has in store, and it seems as though they want to counterpick. Xerath is getting hovered over by the blue team. We'll have to see if that is locked in. Xerath is an extremely powerful champ. He's very good at sieging. He does switch over to that Ahri though, so she went from an extremely immobile champion, essentially a siege engine, to a mobile carry. And yeah, the Ahri is locked in along with the GP. We don't see a lot of gangplanks, mainly because he's just so underwhelming. Yes, you can poke with his Q, and I believe his Q has been changed where it'll restore half the mana cost if you get the kill with it. But he's just, I wouldn't call him one of the best top laners. I would just call him a top laner. Heimerdinger is getting considered by only assassins. I believe he is the mid laner for purple team. I could be wrong though. Whenever I see him play in these tournaments, I see him in the mid lane. The Heimerdinger, that actually might be Heimer in the top lane. I can't really see him going in the middle, but Akali is just quickly changed to and immediately locked in. With that Akali getting picked up, she's gonna have to play extremely safe until level 6. Pre-level 6, Ari will just be able to harass the hell out of Akali, and if Akali isn't careful, Ari will get so far ahead, and even the burst damage that Akali gives won't be enough. So, Kat, I've been talking all this time. You've been quiet. Just by looking at these teams, how do you think these are going to go?
Oh my goodness. So you ask for analysis from probably the weakest
I didn't ask for analysis. Okay. In your opinion, who do you think would win?
Okay, so I get to just randomly
I mean,
well,
use your experience. Use your experience
my
to guess who
experience
would
in
win.
in feeding other teams with my wonderful Ash ADC. um I'm really torn. I see Lucian on the purple team side. When we go into stream, you're going to see them on um, the red team. But right now, you see on the right hand side, we've got that Lucian there. And anytime I'm in a game with Lucian, he eats my face. And then pair him with Morgana, and suddenly I can't move. Lucian is pew pewing on my face, and it's nightmare inducing.
All right, so you said you couldn't like really give that much analysis, so I guess I will cover that part.
So, but I mean, if
The
you're asking me to
siege.
choose between the two, I
I,
mean,
I I'm just like, okay, take a guess if you have to.
yeah, no, I think I'm gonna go with purple this time. Just
Purple this time.
purple this time because okay, there's a couple reasons. We've got starting at the top, we've got Vi in the jungle. That's my husband's favorite champ to play in the jungle, and I've seen him just roll. Okay, these are bot games, guys. Don't hate me, but I've seen him roll with Jungle Vi, and seeing her in the jungle always makes me giggle. So that makes me happy. The Morgana Lucian combo is nightmare inducing because I've been on the receiving end of that, and so I'm really worried about. I don't even know who's ADC and support on the left side of the screen in purple. I think Karma is.
No. So Karma's the support.
Karma's
Ezreal
support.
is the AD carry.
Okay, so I'm sorry that poor. No, I don't think that Karma and Israel are going to be able to overpower Morgana Lucian combo. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, okay, well, actually, in the earlier stages of the game, the Ezreal and Karma will be able to manhandle Morgana and Lucian because just the amount of poke that they have at their disposal at level 1 too. Ezreal will most likely start Q. Karma will also start Q, and Karma can easily by herself take down a support and AD carry to half health just by herself and her empowered Q with one skill. They just have so much at early damage at their disposal. If they play this lane right, they can easily push out for life Morgana. They can push out that Morgana. Lucian's gonna have to play a lot safer because with his range nerfs, uh, incredibly reliant on his AD on his support to protect him in the event he gets caught. And since Morgana's Black Shield, I don't believe she'll be maxing it first. Honestly, I would not be surprised if she does max it first because of the amount of damage Karma can deal. And with the Black Shield easily popped simple Karma Q, I don't I don't feel as though the Lucian Morgana will have an easy time with the Ezreal Karma. I said I'm at the Lucian Morgana versus the Ezreal Karma. I'm gonna have to give it to them in the earlier stage of the game, but once Lucian actually has a bit more damage and can afford to use his abilities more often, we're gonna see his dashes come up a lot more, and we could be seeing him outplay the Lucian and the Karma. So in the later stages, I'll give it to Lucian Morgana, but in the in essentially the laning phase, I have to give it to Ezreal Karma. In that mid lane, those are Vi and Lee Sin are extremely prevalent junglers. You essentially see them so many times, even in higher levels of play. They're essentially go-to picks. It's a Lee Sin, Vi, Elise, Eve, recently Rengar. I haven't really tried that out yet. I might want to. So we just have to, like, they both clear extremely well, and their ganks, pre and post 6, are both deadly.
Taking a look at the skin war, because I'm sorry, it's so much analysis. I'm really happy to hear all this, though. So I'm looking forward to seeing what blue team does kind of early game, and if purple team can hang on for Morgan and Lucian to do something in the later game, like you were saying. But looking at these skins, sorry, blue team, the Soraka, the Sakura Karma, excuse me, the little, she's pretty.
Sakura Karma.
Sakura Karma? Yeah, she's pretty. So
Sakura.
I'm giving it to blue team. Can I change my vote on who's gonna win?
Alright, okay.
Based on the skins.
Okay. Alright, it's okay. I mean, you did choose blue team last time, and look, we saw how that turned out.
Right? This could be the curse. Whichever one cat decides is gonna win is the one that loses. Which was the team that we're following? Which one is Team 10? The blue side?
We're following Team 10. Team 10 is the purple side.
Okay, so blue team is back into which you'll see in the game here, is the red team. So we're following red team.
Team 10 is, yeah, we're following
is
red
red
team.
Yeah. Well, I have to do something with the thing. There we go.
Alright, Archarom, we are in the game. I don't know if you've been spectating since loading screen. I forgot to mention that, to be honest.
No, I mean. I was just letting you guys talk about it, the game. And giving your opinions.
He's taking a break.
Everything.
He's taking a break. Okay, the Gangplank Lulu in that top lane, however, I can't say I've seen a lot of Gangplanks recently, because I really haven't. From what I can actually remember of Gangplank's laning phase, compared to Lulu's laning phase, I would have to really give that over to Lulu, because she just has, Gangplank is extremely mana reliant, and yes, since they did allow him half of the mana cost of Q back when he kills a unit with it, that does give him a bit more mana sustain in that lane. Lulu can just do a lot more with a lot less mana, and in terms of poke and sustainability with her shield, I would have to give that over to Lulu in that lane. How do you feel about that?
I believe the top line is going to be decided on level 1. If Gangplank can get 4 Qs before Lulu reach level 2, he's going to win the lane. At least the early game, not the late game, no, by far. But if Gangplank can actually apply 4 Qs on towards Lulu, he's going to win the early game. But if Lulu can sustain the first level, get the second level, apply the shield, and then the glitter lance, Gangplank is going to lose the lane. And what we need to think about is Gangplank used to be played on the top lane as a tank front brawler on a team fight. He can just dish out of damage, yes, that's true, and he can just withstand tons of damage as well.
Calm down, freak.
Okay, I'm sorry, but still, it needs to build in a weird way now to be functional in this situation. And Lulu, even if Lulu gets denied of every single farm, she's still going to be viable in the late game. She's going to deal the shield. She's going to give the wild growth, giving the health to any important target. And Lulu is Lulu. It's almost impossible to actually counter Lulu. So, and Gangplank is going for the kills on the minions. So he's actually sure of himself that he's going to fight Lulu 1v1 in an even trade after level 1. And I'm actually curious about that because I love Gangplank.
Like he started Flask, so we can be sure he's gonna be in that lane for a long time because he has so much sustain with the Flask and the mana pot and the health pot. Lee Sin catching out the Vi, using the Q. Vi is forced to flash away. Red buff
That's a really early flash. There was no reason right there for Vi flashing away. Lulu, however, applying some defensive mechanisms in that situation, going to help Vi since she knows that without flash, Vi can't fight Lee Sin anymore. And now Lee Sin is going to go over to the blue buff, and Vi is going to make some waves and then proceed to the red buff. So in terms of jungle, yes, Lee Sin got the advantage. Yes, Lee Sin burned the flash down, which Vi relies a lot in the early game. But in terms of experience and in terms of goals wise, they are equal.
The thing is, it's actually the thing is Lulu was forced to roam because Akali can't do anything in the early game. She has nothing at her disposal to help her team post pre-6. She has her Q and she has her Shroud, but like after that, Ahri can just do so much more. And if Ahri had chosen to roam, they would only have the Lulu to rely on to defend that jungle. Akali would have been dead weight.
I was actually seeing the champion select, and they were overing over Heimerdinger instead of Akali, and I would prefer Heimerdinger. I'm sorry to tell this, but I would prefer Heimerdinger. I think Heimerdinger is stronger against Ahri than Akali, because when Ahri reaches level 6, she's going to dodge the Shadow Dance. Well, she is going to get hit by 1, but Akali can't follow that up. If Akali can use the stacks, if Akali can get 3 stacks on her ultimate, well, she's going to be able to keep up with the Fox. Every single jump that Ahri is going to make, Akali is going to chase her. It's true, but in terms of in terms of laning phase, Heimerdinger has an easier lane. She can just push Ahri against the turret and just stand behind those turrets to dodge the charm, to dodge the, almost every single spells.
We can see how this laning phase is going for Akali already. She's down 15 CS already, and it's only 5 minutes, 30 seconds in this game. Like, you don't want to see that for your mid laner.
It's normal.
But, like, to counter that though, Lucian is up 15 CS in that bot lane, so the CS is really kind of evened out right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I used to play professionally, I used to spam a lot in Akali. You're going to get pushed a lot in lane. You're going to get bullied every single time in lane. But
like that's the same thing. That's the same thing with Kassadin too. You sacrifice your laning phase for mid late game dominance.
Yes, the only problem with Akali is that you can't start with a Crystalline Flask because you don't have mana. So it's even harder for Akali. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, Vi, however, is going to try and engage, but they're level 6 at the perfect time.
You can start it, but you won't gain anything from it.
You can, but
you can, but you don't get
it.
You don't get anything from it.
And you get like 200 gold wasted because you're not going to get mana. Talking about
you'll get
mana,
the bonus.
However,
You'll get the bonus health regen.
Ezreal went straight for the Sheen. He didn't even start with the Dawn's Blade. He's relying on the shield by Karma.
And Lucian also gets a longsword.
Oh my goodness.
So both of these AD carries decided they can do without lifesteal.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what to say about that. I really don't know what to say about that.
That ultimate.
That we can say that ultimate.
Yeah, that ultimate was weird because Lucian can just dodge away from the slow. Oh, one more shot would be enough. If the three-shot barrage would be available, he would get the kill. And Lucian starting with a long sword, but still, Ezreal went to the base and went back with the Sheen, and still Lucian is so ahead in terms of farm. He's going to take 1 minion wave ahead of Lucian, so he's going to win 6 minions if he doesn't fail anyone. And Lucian is so ahead. Buying the Bilgewater Cutlass at this moment is going to apply so much pressure, so much sustain on towards Lucian, and I don't see how Ezreal is going to sustain himself against Lucian. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the Sham is going to connect on towards Akali, but Akali is going in aggressive mode. She can turn this around. One more Shadow Dance is enough for the first blood, and Akali now with a level 6. Now that with 3 stacks on the Shadow Dance on her ultimate, she can make Ahri go blind.
That was actually really unfortunate for Ahri too, because she just got her ultimate up, not even 5 seconds after she died. So that was actually very good, very lucky timing by the Akali. If she had hesitated for just a little bit longer, Ahri would have been able to get away.
I believe it was on purpose. It was... No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, I mean, I would call it. I mean, yes, her going in was completely on purpose, but if she had hesitated just a bit longer in going in, then Ahri would have gotten away.
Or Akali would be dead. Because she
Akali
already used the shroud, so she was susceptible to damage. So that was a really fortunate time for Akali in that situation. I don't know if it was prepared, if she actually made that plan, if it was planned. But it was perfect. Meanwhile, on the top line, Lee Sin is going for Lulu. The kick is available, kicking Lulu into the face of the Pirates. You can see, Frank is going to take the kill, and Gangplank will
not gonna. Statistic isn't gonna even try to use that ultimate because he knew he would have died regardless. Lucian really out of position, right in the middle of Karma and Ezreal. Ezreal's gonna be taken extremely low, and that's gonna be a good trade for the purple team. He has culling up. I believe.
Talking about trades in the mid lane, Ahri was forced to use the Spirit Rush in that situation, and now it's going to be really hard for Ahri. If she returns to lane, Akali knows she has a window to go in. Akali knows, well, I have at least 90 seconds to go in and kill this Ahri if she returns into the lane without boots or something to withstand my burst ability. On the top lane, Gangplank just getting bullied around by Lulu. You can see the Orange is going to heal himself by becoming a Skrull, and this is an easy kill for Lulu.
Lee Sin is going to get caught out by Akali, but they're just going to back off, not knowing where Ahri is.
Okay,
I like that music.
This is why Gangplank died. I was... Am I lagging?
Are you lagging?
I thought I was lagging. Still, the Wild Growth is on the top line and the kick connects onto Lulu. And still, the purple team can dive this one. You can see Vi, you can see Akali on the top line, but the teleport by Gangplank is enough. Vi wants the cookie, and if Lee Sin goes to the right, he's going to flash away.
This forced to flash away.
He needed to do that in order to survive, but now Gangplank is in so much trouble. The tower dive is there, and Akali is going to take an easy kill, but Vi, however, Vi is going to die for Gangplank. So 1 for 1 in this situation, and it was not only the jungle death, it was about the red buff also getting nullified by the turret.
Vi should have really just backed the opposite direction instead of walking the longer way to safety. Ahri and Lee Sin were just so far off, she could have easily walked out from that. But it was still a kill is a kill. And I don't believe Gangplank will be able to do much with it, with just being so far behind Lulu. He's only actually wow, that's actually really weird. He's ahead in gold.
Yeah, because the Q alongside with the
the Q, yeah.
is getting a lot of gold, but this is the reason why Gangplank lost the top lane. He lost the top lane. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to tell this, but Gangplank
No,
actually
of
lost.
course he did.
Because
he can't
this
he can't
Kirby-
be on Lulu.
The orange, he didn't level up the orange in second. He's actually leveling up the E instead of the W. So Gangplank has to stay in the mid lane. This is obvious. I was talking about this previously. I couldn't even cast it because it was so fast.
Yeah,
He
Akali
had-
just.
I was actually watching it. I was watching it while you were watching top lane. Akali
Was what,
essentially
1
towered
second?
over the Ari. Yeah, it was like 2 seconds. Akali took two tower hits.
Like this? Like listen?
Worse.
Yeah, exactly like Lee Sin. Except Ari died.
Right.
And this is why Akali is so strong in the mid lane. Until level 6, you are like, oh, I'm so weak, and the other member is like, oh, okay, I can bully this Akali, I can make this happen. And all of a sudden, she just rises off the ashes and just bullies you around. And this is why Akali is so strong, because even though she was behind in terms of farm by so much, I will even on top lane, oh, Lulu was wishing for that kill.
Gangplank needs to get out. Gangplank needs to get out.
Yes, the orange,
Lulu
but
can
the
tower
orange
that.
is at level 1.
Lulu has her flash and ultimate up. She can tower dive that easily. There's the kill.
And there we go. Glitter lands one more auto attack. Oh, okay.
I'm surprised she didn't dive that.
No, she knows that she has advantage now, and she doesn't know where Lee Sin is. Now she's going to find out that Lee Sin was on the top line, so she could be dove as well. She could be dove on that situation. I don't know if that was a bad play by her. I'm going to call this a safe play in this situation. The Sonic Wave connects. Lee Sin may think in going, but it's not the wisest decision.
So what we actually didn't really talk about was how Purple Tape got a free dragon off of the play in the mid lane. There was literally no pressure. What?
Okay, Vi is using the flash in such a weird way. Morgana though got the red buff.
She didn't have her Q up. That's why. She used Q to get into.
But
red
it was
pit.
2 versus 2. Every single time Vi gets face to face with someone, she
I don't-
forces away.
I don't think she felt she was. I don't think she was confident enough in 1v1ing the Ezreal. Like Ezreal is.
Oh, what about like look at this? I can't even let you talk because this was perfect. They're calling on the face of Carla. The pew pew pew.
And that's what is the stuff of nightmares for me is Lucian's pew all over my face.
That's pretty.
We won't be talking about
That was, I don't
Morgana
think
is
we
being
need to talk
chased by
about
the
this.
blind man. The white shield is going to stop.
Akali is gonna
talk.
just immediately melt Ari.
Oh, the turnaround. Okay, Vi, I don't even know what happened to Vi with the Salt and Battery, but still, Lulu is going to take the kill. Lucian is going to help in this one. And this is cleanup house for the purple team. Gangplank can't do anything about this because Akali was stopping Ari from going in. Ari knew. I go in, I die.
What? I don't know if you guys saw that, but Akali essentially melted Ari down to 200 health with one combo. Ari did have enough time to flash over.
Here she comes, here she comes, here she
double
comes!
golems.
Bye, bye, bye! There goes Ezreal.
But yeah, Ari did have enough time to flash over golems, and Akali would have picked up the kill, but she was kind of delayed with placing a ward over so she could jump. That's really the only reason why Ari lived throughout that ordeal.
And when you, as an AP assassin, begin to use your ultimate as an escape, you know that's bad news for you. You know you are not doing your job right, and Akali just bought what I believe to be
A
the most
Matthias.
awesome item in the game.
Did you see the Alliance versus Copenhagen
Yeah.
Wolves match?
Yeah.
That was funny. The Froggen and I believe it was who else brought the Magias? Froggen and someone else.
Wicked and
The jungler. Who's the jungler?
the
Amazing.
jungler, and even Reckless.
Reckless and
Reckless.
Wicked.
What's I
Reckless
was talking
and
about
Wicked
David
got-
Carey. Tabs.
Tabs. Yeah, Tabs and Wicked got sort of the occult, while the jungler and Froggen got Majias. Now, all we needed was for Nif to get a Leviathan.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
That's. I used to play in Season 1 Garen with Leviathan.
We've got stuff going on here in mid lane.
Because in the mid lane, however, there's a big team fight. You can see Lee Sin is trying to get the Sonic Wave on towards Lucian. He wants to engage Lucian. Lucian is on the sideline. This is not mispositioned. This is actually not allowing the team to rotate. Then you can see the lock binding on Lee Sin. Lee Sin is going to go. No, the Trisha Parrot actually connects onto the face of Lucian. Now a giant fight is going to use the Sultan Battery. Will it be enough to survive the turret? No! The turret doesn't connect, and Lulu is taking this freely. Double kill for Purple Team. 4 members were brought down in that situation alongside with the turret, and this is perfect. And meanwhile, Gangplank is farming on the top lane.
Do you know what would have saved Lucian? Leviathan.
See?
What is Leviathan's counter? Dying. What does Leviathan prevent? Dying.
I was telling you, I used to play Garen on the Season 1 with Leviathan, alongside with his W, which reduces a lot of damage. So I believe if I stacked the Leviathan fully at the first
there
season,
goes Akali!
Damn!
Whoa!
You go, girl!
You go. She has four.
Six
She has
stacks.
4 stacks right. 6
6
stacks.
already!
Oh wow.
We-
Let's put time bets. Let's put time bets when she hits 20. 30
24 minutes.
I think 30.
Yeah.
I'll go with
30 is-
25.
I believe.
And the
30 is
dragon's
the
up.
exact number she's going to get it, but the way she's going and the way she's picking up kills, random kills, this is going to be so fast. Now that you know that Akali has bought Mesh Eyes, and you know she's going to hunt you down. Now
Of course, she's
Akali
gonna-
has turned into Rengar, so you know this is going to happen. As a blue team, you need to stay together and try to counter this, because she bought 1200 gold on an item that only works if she stacks it. And if you are going to be alone, you're going to give stacks.
I believe it becomes cost efficient at I think it's 14 stacks, or is it or maybe 10?
I believe it's 12.
Is it 12?
I believe it's 12, but nonetheless, 10 stacks is enough. Make it worthwhile. She almost got it already.
Oh, here comes
the bot lane.
Lucian.
Lucian is going to chase Ezreal to shot barriers into the face of Lucian, but it's not enough. Just look at this damage. He's going to attack the siege minion. This was a big mistake. Relentless Pursuit alongside with the Q is enough, and now Akali is going to the face of Lucian. She already brought Karma down instantly, and another 2 stacks in this Akali. Well, she didn't get the stacks.
So I looked it up, and it becomes cost efficient at 5 stacks.
5?
5.
That's it?
What?
Yeah.
You gain 20,
That's crazy.
8 ability, 80, 60.
Oh, poor Lucian. Get away, Lucian. He's trying to keep Lee Sin from hitting him, but didn't happen.
That's a kick in the face.
Yes.
I was making
Boot
math.
to the head.
5 stacks.
The golden efficient it increases by 14% per stack. So at 5 stacks, it essentially becomes cost efficient.
Wow. That's just
I'm
mind blowing.
It doesn't make
Five-
sense in my
five-
mind, but
5 to
just
6,
that
5 to
math
6.
is... Whoa, 5 stacks. And you see, I love this item. I'm just gonna say
Oh,
it.
oh.
Why is beating up Karma? You can see him just popping up the shield, trying to survive. Ari is there to make the rotation.
Oh,
Lolo maybe in
my
trouble. The
goodness.
Wild Growth is going to keep her safe, but the Spirit Rush
Oh.
alongside with the Flash.
Boom.
She's going to flash away, but she's dead in this situation. And Akali's on a hunt on the bot lane.
Okay, so like, just the base item with a 20 AP, that is 35% cost effective.
Yes.
Each
That
stack,
makes sense.
each stack increases that
Oh my
by
goodness.
14. So, with 5 stacks, it becomes 100% cost effective, and then at full stack, all those stacks are gone.
They're gone.
But this is really simple. It was the exhaust.
It was
If the exhaust wasn't there, Karma would have died. She would get the reset, and she would get Lee Sin's face. That exhaust was so perfect in so many levels. Meanwhile, Lucian is being chased. There's no charm for Lucian. Lucian can't beat Sam with this situation. The curling, the moonwalk curling, the sonic wave is going to connect this, and another kick to the face. Lucian is smashing the face of Lucian every single time.
Archarom, it's okay. It's okay. The Majaz is still cost effective. It's at 5 stacks.
Oh, poor Vi. She's getting chased down. I don't think she's going to get away, guys.
He's dead. There's no way.
Lulu for the revenge!
Oh,
I will avenge you, Vi.
my bottle, and now
Wait.
Lulu is in trouble. She's going to get charmed by Ari's sexiness. And Gangplank is going to survive this, man. With a nick of help.
Oh, I thought Lulu was totally going to get revenge, and it just didn't happen.
So, I just want to point this out. At 22 minutes in, Ezreal only has a Triforce. And he just finished Berserker's Greaves.
I don't know what's happening today, but every single AD carry is getting so ahead of the other. Well, I'm not saying ahead. It's getting so behind.
What, like one AD carry is completely stomping over the other one.
Is this because of their supports? Like their supports are doing such a fantastic job,
No.
or
I believe it's
just
because
the other
you are
ADC
betting
is
on
just
one team, and they are losing it.
it's all my
like,
fault.
if we look at this like this CS right now, Lucian has double of Ezreal CS. This right there, just the Lucian and Ezreal, you can just see the skill difference between those two AD carries.
Oh, good gracious. Now Lucian was charmed by Ari, and the damage he took in 2 shots, Trinity Force alongside with Blade of the Rain King, is enough to bring Ari so close to death. If Lucian builds Infinity Edge, he's going to make one person going from 100 to 0 in like 3 seconds. I believe Lucian and Akali are now competing to see who gives more damage. Again, Lucian trying to smash the face of Lucian. It's had enough. He had enough of that. I'm just waiting for. I want to see Akali again.
He's trying to make Lee Sin even more blind, just by shooting him in the face.
With light bullets.
Blinded with light.
It's ironic. That's actually ironic.
By farming up those rates, we're gonna see the rest of the purple team down the middle of that lane.
Run,
Karma taking solo.
Not
There
gonna
goes
do-
Akali straight in.
He actually got the kill with the red buff, so it was only 1 stack in this situation. And if Ari is not careful, Akali still has that fire. That fire is going to amplify so much damage.
Ping's going down onto Dragon. It seems as though they just want to go for the safe win. They're going to go for the Dragon, put a lot more gold into their pockets. The gold lead is going to go up to about 10,000. Lulu, though, getting... actually, she's going to escape with her Whimsy, I believe. Or is it... Yeah, Whimsy. She's just going to walk away from this. Or glide away, I should say.
On her little broomstick?
On her little broomstick. Or is it a wand?
I don't know.
Well, I believe it's a wand, but since she's so
so
small,
short.
it can't count as a broomstick. So, Lulu.
It's a staff.
It's
but
a broomstick.
Okay.
But there's no like broom edges on the end of it.
It's still. It looks like a broomstick.
All right.
You can play Quidditch with that thing.
You see?
Play Quidditch with that.
Lulu is Harry Potter.
They're chasing Ezreal. They're gonna kill
No,
him.
they're not chasing Ezreal. He's dead. He's going to shut. Oh my goodness!
They're not chasing Ezreal. They're killing Ezreal.
Akali to me is the new Bugatti of League of Legends. She
The
just
new
brought
Bugatti of
Gangplank
League of Legends.
100 to 0 in 1 second. That's faster than a Bugatti.
All right.
So
She's at 10 stacks. 10 more stacks in 4 minutes. Come on, Akali, you can do this.
you can do this. Well, Lucian being slowed, but you can't slow a football, man. Soccer again. Okay, soccer.
That's alright.
I don't even know how you guys
Football
No, no,
works.
You know what? You people, like all you Americans can say soccer, football. That's where it's at.
I so have no room to talk as the American on the channel who doesn't like American football.
Get out.
But I don't like
I'm
American
Indian.
football.
I'm Indian. I do call it football.
Oh, Lulu being shades. The Sonic Whip doesn't connect. Listen.
Oh, those
Wants to
heals!
smack him in the face and again! Good! A perfect ultimate by Morgana is going to stop her. You can see the Zonya's karma is so dead.
Oh.
Another Shadow Dance is enough for 2 more stacks. Listen, however, on the top lane trying
Just
to chase
getting
and
mounted!
Oh my
Gangplank
God.
was almost alive. Another stack for Akali. Yes, it's a... Oh,
No.
turrets.
Akali, I trusted you. I trusted you.
Listen got the kill on the top line as well. So this was such a messy team fight. The jungler went to the back line and didn't leave the back line. Akali just destroyed everyone.
Honestly, that was just a really messy team fight. They let Lee Sin into the back lane. He easily killed Lucian. And then
He's going
Beating
in
up on
for the kill.
Morgana.
Morgana is dead. He can't survive
now-
this situation. No, the Q is right there in 1 second. He's going to save wards away. If I can chase this up, and there's the smite.
But yeah, they let Lucian into the back line, and there was literally no peel for Lucian, so he died instantaneously to him. And because of that, all they had left was Vi and Akali to even do any damage. What we saw Akali just completely melting Gangplank, Vi missing her Q.
Oh, good gracious.
Lucian
Every single
is
person on the
there.
purple team can just dish out tons of damage.
Gangplank has to flash away. Yomu's getting popped by Lucian. I couldn't remember his name for the... Oh my god, I can't remember names today.
Lucian?
Lucian.
Darth Kassadin.
Oh no.
Did you say Darth Cassidy?
Yes.
I don't get it.
Whenever I can't, when I was streaming on Wednesday, there was a Kassadin player, and one of the viewers had commented that he was going to win the lane because he was Darth Vader, and so throughout the night I was calling him Darth Kassadin, and anytime I forgot the name of a champion, it was Darth Kassadin. So
Everything become Dark
Alright, so
Yes.
Darth Cassidy. Darth Cassidy uses Sonic Wave on Darth Cassidy. Darth Cassidy, nice dash by Darth Cassidy. Darth Cassidy blowing up Darth Cassidy. When does this get confusing?
never.
Around the time then they go to the Baron and you say, well, the blue team by Darth Kassadin are going to make Darth Kassadin while Darth Kassadin is going to try to interrupt it. Oh, look at this. Lucian just popped the Darth Kassadin. Yeah, Akali is taking the Darth Kassadin. She's already at 10 Kassadins.
Okay. Oh, Lee Sin!
Oh,
What are you doing?
she's going to chase this Morgana. She's
Poof!
shot into his own death. Now you can see the ultimate by Gangplank alongside with the culling. Lucian doing the moonwalk and trying to keep the blue team at bay. And meanwhile, Lulu was trying to push the top lane. She does have teleport and she's not going to use it as a defense mechanism. She wants to go into the mid lane, defend this on her own and use the teleports after. Well, she's going to pop up the teleport. Thanks, Lulu, for destroying my analysis. And still, with this teleport, it's enough
I didn't
for the
notice a
blue
thing.
team
I
to disengage.
I noticed nothing.
The thing is, neither team. Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie. Blue team's engage relies completely
Oh,
on
that
Ari
Kassadin was shot by
hitting
that
that
Kassadin
charm.
once he's dead.
Darth Cass. Oh god, what have you done, Catrysa?
I have
You
added
saw
an
a
epic.
man- Oh my goodness, the
Darth
damage!
Kassadin
Lulu is going to be
died.
bursted down! Lucian is completely mad! He's trying to do as much as he can with his own... Oh, he's going to take the kill! Morgana is going to ultimate
But
the kill!
Lucian,
Oh, the
kick!
face of Morgana is going to take Lucian again! It's the kick of death! This Lucian is amazing!
This Lee Sin, this is
Ace!
the Lee Sin. This is the Lee Sin in the hands of it. Lulu had to rage quit.
It was like Lucian was in the backline. He was telling, okay, I'm low, but you can't reach me. You can't kick me. And Lucian just looked him in the eyes, even though he's blind, and told him, well, I can kick you, but I can kick your friend into you. And it's amazing, that kick.
This
I don't
is
even
Lee
know.
Sin. This is the Lee Sin in the hands of a diamond player.
Oh my goodness.
press R.
Does that make him a diamond-studded Lee Sin?
God.
He's like bedazzled.
Oh, this game.
in terms of stacks,
You know what?
Akali is just destroying our hearts because we were hoping to get
7 stacks. What? You know what? You know what? It's still cost effective.
Yes, it is, but you gotta take into account that this Lee Sin is with 12 kills at this point of the game, so he's reaching to Akali's KDA.
Of course. TGG Maestro, 10 out of 10, best first match ever. Technically, this is the second match, but yes, I think this is the best second match ever.
You know, because it's full of Darth Cassidy.
So I have literally no idea how this is going to end because you have a fed Lee Sin, but Lee Sin drops out in the late game.
Lee Sin will fall off really hard, and Akali's just going to continue getting stronger.
But she's building so squishy. Yes, she has a lot of AP. Let's just check around 600. Yes,
We might
682. That's a lot of AP, but she can't withstand anything.
We might see the GA coming out next. To be honest.
Yeah, that would be perfect. That
will
make Akali so perfect.
The GA will definitely come out. She needs to survive those fights, and just like the amount of lifesteal that she gets. I'm assuming she's running lifesteal runes. Is she? Let me see.
Akali.
Not lifesteal. I meant spell vamp. Yeah, she's running 6% spell vamp.
I believe that's a passive.
Is it?
Yeah. That's a passive. The bonus spell vamp she gets.
I thought she gets spell vamp for her AD.
She gets spell vamp from the AD, and she gets bonus magic damage on auto attacks by the AD.
Oh, you're right then. Okay, so she has no spell vamp other than her.
She probably is
passive.
running hybrid runes like AD and AP. So
And we're
she
back.
can get the flat lifesteal and also a little bit of magic damage to apply the passive.
She has 23 magic penetration right now.
That's a lot of penetration.
Yeah, that's a lot of penetration.
That's what she said.
Oh no, you didn't.
I mean, she does just jump in.
You know I'm not going to comment that. You know?
I know you're not. I know you're not. I know neither of you are. That's why I said it.
Meanwhile, Lulu just bought Markel's Crucible, so this means that Akali can go in even faster. The only problem by the purple team was that Akali has not been able to survive to withstand any single damage by the blue team because Lulu was not able to shield her or even apply the wild growth. When Lulu is on the team fights and make Akali even bigger with the wild growth and with the shield, yes, Akali is going to penetrate every single person on the blue team.
Purple team is gonna pick up a free Baron, so that's gonna be a lot of stats for the Morgana Karma. Just waiting in that bush. She's gonna catch it. Oh no! Okay,
What?
Okay, I'm stuck on this screen, but Karma has essentially been caught out by Vi, so she's gonna fall right there.
Yeah,
so,
she's going to get arrested by Vi.
Right off the bat, right off
That's
the bat.
racism.
Right off the bat. Oh my god! Wait! But shouldn't Vi be arresting Lucian then?
Why you gotta be like that?
Ay, Dios mío.
I'm just telling this because Karma is in a corner waiting for people and there's a cop passing by, so this is a perfect harassment.
Oh god! Don't hate me, people. Don't hate me.
What does this game mean?
While we're on our paws and giggling our heads off.
Oh, okay, now you can see Karma running away from the police.
I'm
He was like, no, Darth Cassidy is not going to get me.
Oh god!
I wanted to take a moment to shout out to our sponsor, Area of Defect.
Oh, they need to make a song called Darth Cassidy now.
Why not?
Trezon, where's Trezon? We need a
Trezon, please.
We need a Darth Cassidy and an Ash song, please,
Why Ash?
because my life would be complete if I had an Ash song, a bad Ash
I
song.
prefer the penetration song.
Oh my god!
White steps and brutalizers and every single item in terms of, I'm not going to say anything, but with this ultimate they can engage. Lulu is in the stall, sorts of trouble, she's going down so fast. There's no wild growth applied in this situation. Now Lucian is going to turn this around with a Culling and Morgana can't hit the ultimate on any single person. Double kill, the shot on the face. There's no kick this time. Only one shot is needed. Akali can't go in. The black shield is applied on towards Morgana. So Akali can't make her job. Vi is split pushing, but it's a general split pushing. Now you can see Lee Sin going into the face. Akali is going to turn this around with 2-shot powers is enough. And Akali is going to be melted away. With this situation, the blue team can try and apply some pressure on the inhibitor. They didn't only got 3 kills for nothing, they also got 4 minutes of breathing peacefully. Because with this inhibitor down, there's a super minion spawning in the mid lane, so they can push the outer turrets and the inner turrets as well.
See, like, we were so confident on the purple team winning this game because Akali was so fed, but
and then we forgot that I chose them for the win.
Oh god! But the thing is, they stalled out so much and they didn't group and like attempt to push down that Lee Sin just was constantly getting picks, and he's single-handedly carrying this game. He's making the plays. He's getting these picks. He's instantly killing the Lucian, giving his team vision on the Akali with his what's it called, the Tempest.
Darth Kassadin.
The Darth Kassadin. He's giving vision to Darth Kassadin by using his Darth Kassadin. But
guys, you're gonna give me an asthma attack. I'm laughing too hard.
But with just this Lee Sin, if he isn't taken out first in these fights, I don't think that purple team has any chance of winning. As it is, Akali, she only has 900 gold. She still needs about 1,000. She still needs about 1,800 gold for Guardian Angel. And until she gets that gold, I don't think that purple team should be looking for a team fight. They have the advantage in gold, and they have all the turrets down, and their siege, while it's not as good as compared to the blue team siege, it's good enough that they can just turtle. They can turtle in their base, and they can just poke from afar. They have that Lulu to just slowly poke them down. And with Morgana, if Morgana gets a really good pick on the Ezreal or the Ahri, they can immediately engage upon that. Because,
but again, the problem... the Q by Gangplank, and Ahri is going so aggressive. She's going to dodge this, and Lee Sin is going to take the punch. Akali is going in, but the Eastern Sonias is going to stop any single engage. You can see the front line by the purple team is getting annihilated. Lucian wants to do something about this. He's going to dash away, but getting a bullet in the face. And now, with one member dead, which is the AD carry, which is the person that can actually save the purple team down, the City is going to smash this.
This is the moment for purple team. This is the moment for purple team to hard engage. They do not have that Lee Sin. That was the only fed member on that team. They need to just completely hard fight. It would have been so good if Shurelia's wasn't a support item anymore. A Shurelia's in this situation probably would have won them the game.
But what I was talking about was Lulu so far wasn't able to apply one single wild growth in a critical scenario.
No, I meant like when because Lee Sin was dead and Lucian is dead.
Yeah. They could try to re-engage and take the important picks because Ahri didn't have Zhonya's in that situation. Gangplank is by no means a front line at this point, which he has Infinity Edge alongside Revenant's Hydra, alongside the Static Shift, and now with the Sheen. Okay, I want to talk about this after my point, but Lulu is not been able to apply a wild growth, a critical wild growth, and that's why
right.
the purple team are losing team fights after team fights. And I don't know if the blue team actually is listening to the stream, but when I told that Akali has bought a Mejai's and they needed to stay together, they instantly did that. They are playing so well around that item. They know Akali is going to kill us if she can get us one by one. So what can we do about it?
I think at this point she needs to sell the Majestic, because that's just gold that's holding her back. She has 6 stacks on her right now, but
cost efficient.
It's still cost efficient, of course. It's completely cost efficient.
She just
She just sold it. Yeah, she just got a Guardian Angel, and that's gonna really help her in these team fights. And actually, if she's not instantly blown up in the beginning of a team fight, then I have to give these fights over to them, because Akali will just be able, since Akali will be able to jump in, and actually they can do they can use Akali to engage. If Akali can jump in, she Zanya's. She throws down her Shroud, Zanya's, and then when they all try to use everything to kill her, they can easily have Morgana throw the Black Shield on top of her, Lulu wild growth on Morgana, and get like a 3 to 4 man stun slow onto the blue team. Morgana pops her ultimate, follows the rest of the team, and then that's an easy stun, and Akali can just slowly start melting each and every one of them. Of course,
there'd be nothing slow about it though with Akali.
This is completely theoretical. Everything can go wrong in that situation. Everything can go right.
And I believe they are picking the targets in the wrong way. You need to take Gangplank out instantly. And he's really squishy. Akali can go in and kill him because there's nothing to protect him. Well, Ari is going on to the first fight. She actually got Vi. And even though she's a front line, she's going down so fast.
There's a very nice ultimate by Morgana.
It's ultimate. With this situation, the purple team can try and turn this around. Akali is going to become invulnerable with that Zonias, and this is perfect. 3 members down, 4 members down. This can be the ace. They can do it. Lucian can do it. He can dash between the minions. He's going to get the movement speed. He's trying to shade Ezreal. Ezreal has nowhere to go.
There's the fight.
Akali was just flying to get that.
That's exactly what I was talking about. They needed that Morgana ultimate to make a difference, and it did. That was that perfect team fight I was talking about. That was the game-winning fight. Purple team is going to end it. Timers are at 30 seconds. They don't have the vibe, but Lulu can easily tank these towers. The minion wave is coming.
And not only that, but Lulu as a Lich Bane and Akali deals so much damage with the passive on the turret. They only need to apply those items, those auto attacks. You can see the wild growth just giving a little bit more of HP. The turrets are so low. 5 seconds on the clock. They need to disengage from this situation. If they stayed around this, 3 members by the blue team could kill them instantly. And with this situation, the blue team can go instantly to the Baron. Oh, I just smacked my microphone.
It's okay. They
can go for the Baron and try to make a move because the purple team won't be fast enough to react to that Baron.
They all have home guards.
If they delay 1 second, the purple team can turn this around.
The purple team all has home guards though, and no one, actually everyone on the purple team also. Wow, wait a minute! I just realized Gangplank doesn't have tier 2 boots.
No, he doesn't need it.
He doesn't need.
He only needs to apply 1 Q, and he may win the fight if it crits. If he can get a critical strike, 1 Q could be enough. This can be the fight of the game. The Smart is going for the blue team. And now Gangplank is so low. The blue team may try and turn this around, but I don't believe this is a burst engage.
Very good.
They're trying to do this. Listen is going so deep. Lulu is so low alongside Akali and alongside Lucian. But they have the Guardian Angels. 2 Guardian Angels will pop in this situation. Listen is so low as well. 1 member were down. It was Vi, Lucian, and Lulu down. Morgana is going to send 2 members. Akali is going to try and turn camera around. But the double kill by Ezreal. Akali is going to turn into a golden statue. But that's only a statue because she's going down so fast. 2 members by the purple team are still alive. 1 member, Lulu can go down. 1 Q by Gangplank can be enough. 1 Q, will it get it? No, it doesn't even need to, because now they can try and turn this around. But in the mid lane by the blue team, 2 Siege Minions beating on the nexus of the blue team.
Ari did go back though.
Finish the game.
Ari's gone back, and Gangplank is teleporting. That tower is going to fall. Can Lulu stop the Gangplank teleport? Can Ari defend against these minions? And actually, she can. There's only two super minions there. But
So the game is going to be stalled
so
even
close.
further.
At this point of the game, at 43 minutes into the game, it's anyone's game. The death timers are so long, and this is League of Stall. You stall until late game, and it's still your game.
Meanwhile, Gangplank
Stall of
can
Legends.
make the Trinity Force. This is about which team can pick up one solo kill and force a team fight right after that.
It's not even about the solo kill. It's about who has the better team fight. As it is, that one team fight, the first team fight that we saw in mid lane, that was the most absolute perfect team fight that Purple team could have had. They need another one of those if they have any chance of winning. Otherwise, Gangplank and Lee Sin are just gonna stomp all over their team. Like you were talking about how one Q from Gangplank will completely change the mode of the game. The same can be said about the Morgana ult. One Morgana ult can completely change the tide of a team fight.
And I believe it's time for the Purple team to engage because Morgana ultimate is available. The flash will be available in 30 seconds and the exhaust is available. But the blue team exhaust is not present. So Akali can't be stopped in terms of damage wise. The Purple team need to engage now. They have the flash, they have the exhaust, they have Akali free. They have a free Akali because there's no exhaust to stop Akali. And if the Purple team waits a little bit longer and Karma gets that exhaust, Akali's damage output is going to be nullified, and again she won't be able to kill everyone. You can see that she sold the Guardian Angel and bought a Banshee's Veil.
That's actually a really good pickup because Guardian Angel wasn't up, so that's essentially useless stats for her. She needs something in terms of defense, and that Banshee's is doing the job.
Exhaust is so close to be ready for Karma. They're trying to bait enough time. You can see Ari is going to try and engage this again. Ari has been used as the engager in this team fight. The Dark Binding is going to be stopped by the Banshee's Veil bubble. And Akali is on the right side of the fight. They can try and engage now that Karma have the exhaust. Now with the exhaust on the table, this can go to any team. If Gangplank can get a critical strike with that Trinity Force and get a lot of damage on towards Lucian or Akali, it's going to make a difference. If Morgana can flash and apply the Soul Shackles to every single person, as she did in the previous fight, it's going to turn the fight around. So it's about who can think quicker.
What really surprised me though was Purple team didn't play to their strengths. They have extremely powerful pick comp with the Akali, Lulu, and the Morgana. If they had we just saw Gangplank, Lee Sin, and Karma all walk into a bush completely blind. They had no idea if someone was in there or not. If Purple team had decided to just camp a single bush, that could have been the end of the game. That was extremely risky by Blue team, just walking to a bush without even checking it, without even a ward. And if Purple team had taken advantage of that, that would have been game. Luckily for them, they didn't do that. They just immediately ran back to the base. But if Purple team does decide to just take control of their jungle, because as it is, there's really poor ward coverage on both teams. There's only one ward in the jungle of the Purple team by Blue team, and they only have 2 wards down by the Purple team. So really poor vision by both teams.
I gotta be honest, this is an exciting game. Yes, it's true, but this is just such a sloppy game because none of these teams are playing this in a tactical way. They're just forcing team fights. Forcing. As you can see, again, Lulu was caught out. She's going to use the Whimsy. She's going to apply the Micros Crucible alongside with the Wild Growth. She's just tanking and flashing over the wall because Morgana is there to help them.
They need to stall.
And they were just baiting time.
Akali, Morgana, and Lulu need to stall. There's the teleport by Gangplank, but it's only Gangplank. They can easily 1v1 him.
Just receiving so much damage. Is going down so fast.
Nice. Lulu,
and
get the kill.
He's reduced from the team fight. This is 4 versus 5. 17 seconds on the clock. The Purple team needs to take this shot.
But there is one super minion in the base. The teleport coming by Lulu. She didn't fall from that fight. This can be game. Gangplank isn't up. This is a 4v5 fight. They can just
immediately the lance dealing a lot of damage to Ari. Ari is going to survive that damage with the spell vamp that she actually has. The super minions, the Nexus is exposed.
Just focus.
You can try and take this instantly.
Just focus the Nexus.
Perfect ultimate by Morgana. Akali is going to defense of this. Nexus is getting beat up by Lucian. Lucian is taking the Nexus. He can take this. This is the game for the purple team, and they take the game. This is perfect by them.
I was typing in chat GG, but I can't. They can't see it. That was really intense game. Probably one of the best I've seen in a while.
My goodness. Okay, this was. I'm just waiting.
That was.
Then Darth Cassidin's fighting each other.
The Darth Cassidin.
All over.
So I have
the
my
Darth culling was amazing.
and
The Darth culling.
The Darth pew pew.
And I've got my roommate's 2-year-old son in my lap. What do you think about this fight, honey?
I don't know what happened. I don't think there can be another game that will be able to top that.
Yeah, the expectation now is really high, so
we can only hope. We can only hope.
We can only hope, and until then, we're going to take a quick break until we get to next time.
I need to get some water.
So, guys, we'll be right back. Just taking a quick break, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Yep.